Yes, sir.
Okay. So in the previous lectures, I think if I'm not wrong, in the previous lectures we had seen that is the fundamentals of interrupt handling. We had seen how the interrupt has been used. Before that, we had seen the exception handling, right? What now this how this exception and interrupts occurred. So there is a difference between the exception and the interrupt are the things that while doing the normal execution, if suppose anything uh, unwanted activity gets occurred, so in that case how that is called as an interrupt. Just like whatever I am teaching, and if suddenly there are the other things that has been get come, if means I am teaching and someone ring my bell, doorbell, so that's nothing but an interrupt. Means what I need to hold your lecture just for a minute, and I need to go and pay the attention who is on my door. This is the normal scenario. And in the if you am teaching in the class and someone has come, ये तो अपने लोगों ने हमेशा देखा है, उसमें पढ़ाते हैं हम लोग लेक्चर्स लेते हैं, एंड इफ समवन कम फॉर दैट अनाउंसमेंट, कोई आता है कि हमारा ये प्रोग्राम मींस वी आर ऑर्गेनाइजिंग दिस इवेंट एंड दैट इवेंट पब्लिसिटी के लिए, so that is nothing but an interrupt. Means while delivering the lecture, if something happens, that is nothing but the live example for an interrupt. Whereas what is an exception? Exception means we cannot means they, if it has been get scheduled. Take an example, the lecture it has been get scheduled there in nothing but what happened if suppose the you people are busy with the other event, means कभी भी होता है ना कि lecture schedule है morning का, but if you are having an placement activity, so means वो lecture ही consider नहीं होता, that is the in such scenario called as an exception. Exception means what we are not think, but the certain things real time such things it has been get happen, so that becomes, so that is also one kind of the kind we can say the exception, means that how we can handle that things, so that is called an exception handling. So this is the major difference between the interrupt and the exception. So exception handlings may occur sometimes, but the handling can occur repeatedly, but and the program does execute in interrupt handling, program does get executes properly. Okay, and certain priority it has been given for an interrupt. So that is the main thing about the interrupt handling. While in an exception handling, what happened, it may happen that the program may get halted, or it may get you can say that it become the normal execution जो हो रहा है, that may get halted in the sense, means you can say there are the chances of getting the uh, hang of your system also. There are such kind of the exceptions that can get occurred unwanted. So that is the thing, this is the main difference between the interrupt handling and the एक्सेप्शन हैंडलिंग. एक्सेप्शन हैंडलिंग में भी ऐसा होता है, हो जाता है कि कभी कभी सिस्टम ही हैंग हो जाती है एंड इट कैन नॉट गेट रिकवर्ड, दैट इज द मेन थिंग. बट इन इंटरप्ट हैंडलिंग the things can be, or the process can be get easily recovered. Even though in the last lecture we had seen how the flow of exception uh, and the flow of interrupt handling. If you remember the diagram that you can remember, you will able to recollect that in the interrupt, how the interrupt handling, so what are the various interrupt instructions we had seen, how it has been get executed, and again it goes back to its original. The concept is the same, even for exception and for the interrupt handling, means it has to go back to its original position from where it leaves its original job. मीन जहाँ पे वो जो काम में बिजी है वहां पे वो काम छोड़ के it has to store into the location, then it has to uh, means what you can say, it has to concentrate on the what are the exception or what are the interrupt that has been occurred. It needs to, a processor need to resolve that instructions, or it needs to give the priority to that thing, and after execution of that it needs to go back to its original job. So the concept is the same for interrupt and exception handling. But the difference is that in interrupt handling, that can be a routine or the normal, you can say, instruction, or the normal abnormal execution can occur, and it can get back to its again into the original work. But in exception, it might not happen. It takes some times to get back to its original original position, because there are certain exceptions that may take the time, or that may uh, hang your systems also. There are the certain registers who doesn't get, or the condition of deadlocks mostly occurs in the exception. So this is the again another difference between the interrupt and the exception handling. So guys, in the today's lecture, continuing with this ARM architecture, you know this ARM is we have seen the various instructions that can be a addressing modes, and we have seen the data controls instructions. So there are certain modes, and you know that it has because as these are the instructions, we have seen the addressing modes, then we have seen the various data flow control instructions in the addressing modes. Then we have seen yes, I think these are the two types. Just I just need to go back to the syllabus. I just need to make it sure कि हम लोगों ने क्या देखा था. मैं भी थोड़ा मुझे भी याद नहीं आ रहा है. We have seen the various addressing modes and things. Just a moment, I am just stop sharing this screen. I will just see the syllabus once, so that there will be no confusion what exactly they had given in the syllabus. Yes, guys, yes, in the syllabus we had seen the architectural inheritance detailed study of programmers model. See, if you want, I can show you guys also. Okay, here you can see we have seen the architectural inheritance. This is your fourth module, guys. This second and third module that has been taking the care of Archana ma'am. She had taking these lectures. That is the because both these are related with your 8051. These are both are again the microcontroller. 8051 is, and second we are studying ARM7. So here we had seen architectural, yes, detailed study of programmers model also. If you remember, we had studied the programming, then we had seen the various development tools. What are the various development tools in the ARM? Then we have this is the thing that is instruction sets. We had seen data processing, data transfer, control flow, right? And we have seen the addressing mode. So now next is the again we have seen the concepts of pipelining, introduction to exception, and interrupts. So these are the things that we had seen in the last two previous lectures. And we have seen the pipelining architecture also, that can be a three stage, n stage, 5-stage pipelining with a diagram with all its proper architecture. So we had studied this concept. Even programmers model, then we had seen the instruction set for the data processing. We had seen various examples, various commands or the instructions, how we can use, how it can what are the syntax and how it has been get represented with its example. Then we have seen the data transfer, whenever we want to transfer the data. Or यहाँ पे in ARM7 you people if you remember, here memory to memory operation नहीं होता, only two operation it is performed, that is the move and last one is for the load. So these are only the two instructions that has been mostly used. बाकी data, बाकी memory to memory यहाँ पे transactions नहीं होता है. It needs to first take into the registers and from register then into the memory. तो ऐसे ये होता है, directly नहीं होता, indirectly यहाँ पे. This is the one of the what we can say. This is the one of the feature of your ARM7 architecture, and that's why यहाँ पे pipelining का concept यहाँ पे mostly use होता है, because we need to transfer it to the registers. Which are those registers we have already seen in the programmers model, and that registers, with the help of that register we need to transfer the data. There are certain instructions, so with the help of that we need to transfer it into the memory. So these are the things. Now next is that just we are going to see the programming examples. Only that the concept it has been remained. So this is about the today's lecture, that I had certain examples of ARM programming. So I'm just taking you the what you can say. एक थोड़ा देख लेते हैं हम लोग इसके बारे में. We'll just have an overlook of this, because this is the thing that I cannot explain you in that much of detail. I can give you the idea. So these are the things that this is the instruction. I am already telling you, or I am already saying you that these are the things like this only. Means यहाँ पे आपको comparison instruction करना है तो comparison. There is not other logic or the other things. These are the things and these are the commands that you need to instructions. Instead of commands, I can say these are the instructions that you need to remember, and there is no other way, and this is only the syntax that you need to use, and these are okay, and these are the short forms that you need to that like CMP के लिए हम लोग that we know that it is an what CMP is has been what किसके लिए use होता है, that has been always used for the comparison. The next thing is that CMN means yes guys, what is the CMN? Which instruction is this? Comparison instruction subtracts the value of second operand. So that's why in the operation, if you just see guys, here the operand 2 it has been used. So please remember ये सब आपको ध्यान में रखना है. These are the control structures in the ARM, which are the implementations of the that has been used for the implementation of decision. This is the very much similar to the accumulator instructions. Means what? One instruction sets the flag followed by another instruction that uses the flag to make the actual branch decision. Okay, so this is for the branch decision, and ARM compare and test the instruction sets the flag. तो यहाँ पे first is instruction is there the compare. Compare instructions क्या करता है? Compare instruction subtract the value of operand 2 from the value in the Rn. So that's why it is being given that is the 2 operand. This is Rn. Rn क्या? Rn is nothing but your registered value. So
sir,
sorry.
We can still see the syllabus screen.
Okay, ये आया नहीं है आपका?
नहीं sir.
Sorry. Just a moment. Now, it is occurring.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. So these are the control structures in the ARM. Just we are going to see. We are looking having a look of here programming examples. Okay. These are the ARM programming examples that what we had going through. So here I am just telling you the what are the implementation of decisions. So this is it is very much similar to the ARM instructions, accumulator instructions. One instruction sets the flag followed by another instruction that uses the flag to make the actual branch decision. So obviously that will help you to make the what is the branch decision. You know that the loops में अगर कुछ रहेगा तो either it needs to be take the decision whether it is true or false. As per that your flags it has been set. So यहाँ पे there are the two instructions that they had mentioned. First one is an compare instructions. The compare instructions what? Compare instruction subtracts the value of operand 2 from the value of Rn. So that's why it has been okay. And anyways it always updates. These are the flags. Okay, non-zero means that is nothing but your zero flag that has been always been get updated. Next one is CMN. So CMN is nothing but what it does. It is an this instruction adds the value of operand 2. Compare क्या कर रहा है? It has been subtracting, and here see in the operations you are able to see that what it does. It adds the instruction adds the value of operand 2 to the value of Rn. Okay, these are the same as an add instruction. These are the same instruction whatever the subtraction operation आप जो use करते हैं or addition operation. But why we are using this instruction comparison? Because here we cannot directly, that is the main reason we cannot directly use the memory to memory. हम लोग data transfer नहीं कर सकते. So that's why this is the thing. Then next is the test. What is the test? Yes, from any one of you. What is this TST instruction? Naam. This TST instruction performs a bitwise AND operation on the value of arm. So that's why यहाँ से आप लोग देख के बोल सकते हो this is the operation. In the operation only the symbol it has been given, right? So this performs the AND operation on the value of Rn and the value of operand 2. So this is the same as the AND instruction. So remember this guys, this is, and again always updates the NZ. This is the if shifted to operand 2, then again it's reflected the carry flag. Okay. And TEQ instruction performs what? From these symbols you will get an idea. It performs an exclusive OR operation on the value of Rn and the value of operand 2. So this is the same as an EROS instruction, okay, except that the result is discarded. So use the TEQ instruction to test if two values are equal without affecting, okay, without affecting the carry flag. So that's why यहाँ पे carry flag है. So these are the guys. And these are notes, whatever the flag that has been get updated. So that means non-zeta flag. So that's why the what is this NZV, that is the non-zero, that is your carry flag. Flag setting instruction resulted in a carry condition. So these are the things, unsigned flag. So these are the things that you need to remember. Okay. Then next one is the conditional execution. Conditional instructions are make a decision to execute based on the state of appropriate flag. So these are the description. What are the short forms that we need to use, and these are the description. There is a full form. The condition is specified with a 2-letter suffix. Okay. So EQ means equal, any means not equal, CH means unsigned, higher or same, and these are the flag tested, means these are the flags that has been mostly get affected, and or you can say it has been get updated when these such instructions it has been used, and these instructions are useful for the decision making. So that's why it is called as the conditional execution. So just go through it. That is MI minus CC is unsigned lowered, PL means positive, VS means overflow, VC is no overflow, HI means unsigned higher, that is the lower or higher bit जो हम लोग बोलते हैं, that is the LSB. Okay, so that is the LS means LSB, HSB जो है sign unsigned, that we are using here concept, and G greater than equal to IT means LT, so that is the less than, GT means greater than, LE means less than or equal, and AI means AL means always. So please remember this guys, because यहाँ पे I cannot help you because this is the own logic that you need to, these are the things that you need to use. यहाँ पे आपको own logic नहीं चलेगा. Now these are the conditional execution. For examples, BEQ, BEG, add, subtract, greater than. BEQ आप लोगों ने देखा है. What is the equal instruction using the 2-letter suffix as a standalone instruction is meaningless and will cause a syntax error. So that's why these are the 2-letter suffix should be used in conjunction with other instructions. So these are the examples that it has been given. Just a moment, guys. Okay, so these are the conditional instructions. For examples, that BEQ means what? This is nothing but that is being used for the branch. B means this indicates your branch. That is the branch if equal, then branch greater than equal. So these are the things. Then add, IT means add less than C. So these are the things that has been used in conjunctions. Next is the ARM. branch instruction. So these are the branches, unconditional branch, which is called as B, or balance branch. These are the conditional branches. These are the various operations. Just have a look. I cannot read it each and everything. That is B, branch on equal, branch not equal, and these are the flags that has been. These are the sign arithmetic. Now next is the C statements in the ARM. If suppose you want to do, so these are the normal things that we are used in the procedure oriented, that is integer x, y. If x is equal to 0, then it will execute. If 0 hoga, to y is equal to 1. So these are the conditions. This is the flow chart. You can say that is the conditions, true or false, obviously. So यहाँ पे तो here they had given means you can say the comparison study they had mentioned, that is the C source code, inefficient assembly and efficient assembly. So guys, in the C source code, the normal things which were we are very much familiar, and these are the nothing but we are using the assembly language programming where we need to use the certain instructions what we had studied in the ARM. So these are the things, that is the comparison, and BE cube base, that is the branch equal to, then if nahi hoga to B. So these are the way in inefficient assembly. So now the question is, what is an inefficient assembly? In an inefficient assembly, where we are using branch back to back, means see, code contains back to back branches, that is BEQ followed by B. We would like to avoid this since branch may cause a delay slot. So that's why inefficient, this is the right, is no matter, but inefficient assembly is what you can say is a time consuming, where the branches it has been back to back branches that we need to contain. So obviously it will take the time for the decision criteria. But in efficient assembly, it will, that makes the very much simple, that what we have studied in our previous lecture. So this is the difference between the inefficient and efficient assembly. Okay, so this is the one way to remove back-to-back branches, is to change the condition for branching as efficient assembly. So this is about the difference between inefficient and efficient. The next thing is again the next example that has been given. This is the C code and how it has been executed in the ARM. So this is again one of the good example of the addition they had given. Okay, x plus y is greater than z होगा, तो condition false होगी तो it will exit. If it is there, then it will do the x is equal to x plus y. So these are the things, it will get added. So here आपको comparison, then BLE, so all these instruction branch to false when this, and it is false properly, it has been given. So ये सब guys मैंने I already uploaded in your class material, but still if you're having any doubt you can ask. So I don't think so, because these are the simple programs, simple codes it has been mentioned. Then again, if suppose having if else statement agar aata hai, so how we are executed in the ARM code. So here it has been given the C, normal C programming if else condition diya hai. You know the syntax of if else condition, how it has been get executed. If agar I is equal to j hai, so it will get add, otherwise it will get subtracted. So you can see in this false hoga to it will get subtracted, true hoga to it will get added. So these are it is the code it has been given, even the comments it has been given, how it has been executed, comparison mein, then a branch instruction, then using the subtraction, false hoga to then B. So it has been get done, and we need to add it. Means these are the register that has been get added to the R0. So, and these are the nothing but the labels that we are using, true, done. Okay. Here they had given again the instruction comparison, that if R is not equal to 5, then add. And so these are the things, that is the conditional only, conditional programming statements only it has been given. So this remove the need for some short branches, improving performance and code density. Then these are the implementing loops, how we are implementing, how we can write the loops programming. Loop में हम लोग कैसे programming करते हैं. So it is the example. Here the while loop they had mentioned, and how it has been used in the loop here in ARM programming. So here equivalent example they had mentioned. Okay, here the comparison, you know, comparison hota hai, then branch, then we had done the addition. These are test conditions. So please just go through this. It's very easy. No need to explain like in detail. You will understand. For the loop, again another example it has been given in the both the way. These are the normal C languages में हम लोग जैसे use करते हैं, and this is an equivalent example of its ARM. Again in the control structures, the same thing. So these are the various examples they had mentioned. So this is about the programming examples about in the ARM. So now these are the programming examples. Then there are just simple programming examples. Let me check this. Is there any something else you mentioned over here? Yes. Is the screen is visible, guys? Guys, are you there? Screen visible है कि नहीं है?
Yes, sir.
So these are the things ways to change the control flow. These are the same things. Means what are the various loops and control flow. Control flow means there is nothing but your decision making. तो यहाँ पे जितने भी दिए उसके पूरे examples it has been mentioned. There is nothing means there are more examples it has been given. See, and certain small quiz it has been given in this PPT. So just go through it. Yes, the same thing it has been given over here. There is nothing new, and yes, the programming example it has been mentioned over here. So that's why just these are the things that we have seen at the control flow instructions. So these are the programming examples. So yes, and that's all for the today's lecture. बस यही था, and we had already finished our 10th. That is our sorry, not the 10th. We already finished our ARM module, which one is the 4th module in your syllabus. Yes, so and obviously it represents the ये आपका CO2 cover होता है इसमें. That is your identifying the microcontrollers, various microcontrollers, concepts, time system, that is the concepts and concepts of ARM microcontroller ARM7. So that's end our this ARM ka module, and from the next lecture most probably after your IA we will start with our